Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Hope you're doing great. Today we're taking a deep dive into a long anticipated upgrade to my setup, the Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant. After 5 years with the Thrustmaster T16000M FCS back, I finally made a jump. And today, I'll tell you everything you need to know. Is it really worth the price in 2025? Does it live up to the hype? Is it actually beginner friendly or only for hardcore simmers? Well, let's talk about build quality, real use cases, and a few things you might not hear in most reviews. Before we start, just buckle up, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share with your friends. I'd also just like to inform you that this review was not sponsored by Honeycomb in any way. So yeah, thank you, and let's dive straight in. The Bravo is solid. The base is quite heavy, which is a good thing in my opinion. You can mount it in two ways, by either sticking the base to your desk or by using the clamps. The adhesive provided in the base is extremely strong, so it won't slide around for sure. If you choose the clamps, they feel sturdy and well designed. But be aware, if you have a very thick desk like I do, you might have to either buy the extra large clamps from Honeycomb or DIY a solution to make them fit. You get 2 sets of levers out of the box, a general aviation set which includes 2 throttle levers, 2 mixture levers, and 2 propeller levers. You also get a commercial set which includes 4 throttle levers with reverse detents as well, and 1 speed brake lever and 1 flaps lever. You also get a gear lever with LED indicators, a full trim wheel, an autopilot panel, and a bunch of switches along the bottom which feel amazingly tactile and responsive. Compared to most other mid-tier throttle quadrants, this one just screams quality. Setup is quite easy, and changing between the provided levers is quick and feels great. You don't get that weird feeling that you're going to break something because the construction quality on this thing is just on point. However, the customization and key binding is time consuming. MSFS recognizes the Bravo right away, but to really make the most out of it, you'll need to spend some valuable time making a couple of control profiles, especially if you fly multiple aircraft types. To start out, just create 2 different profiles, one for general aviation and one for commercial, and use the interchangeable levers to match each type. That's the way I started out my profiles, and it really helped me out map the rest of them. After going through a few test flights, I can safely say this thing is a dream. All levers feel great, especially if you crank up the tension by adjusting the wheel on the right side of the Bravo unit. The built-in flap lever feels sturdy as well, and the gear switch is super satisfying. And trim wheel, oh yeah, that's an absolute game changer. I use trim way more often and way more accurately now, and that's something I didn't really realize I was missing. The toggle switches are also super useful for magnetos, fuel pumps, lights, anything you want easy access to. You're basically building muscle memory like a real cockpit. The autopilot panel is very useful during cruise, heading, altitude, vertical speed, all accessible without touching the mouse. But it doesn't display values, so you still need to monitor those in the sim. With the commercial lever set, it works well enough. We don't get the exact detents out of the box. You can map reverse thrust, flaps, spoilers, and throttle in a very realistic way, but to get the full immersion, you can invest some extra cash into getting some of those high quality 3D printed upgrades. I recommend the ProDesk Sim products. They are amazing, and now they are actually officially a partner of the channel, so you can get 5% discount in any purchase. I will do a separate video showcasing their Airbus upgrade kit, so stay tuned for that one. So let's break down the things I really love about the Bravo. First of all, its modularity. There's endless profiles for GA, Airbus, Boeing, etc. Build quality. It's very sturdy and has a premium feel to it. Trim wheel. It makes manual flying much more immersive. The toggle switches. They are great for realism and quick access. And finally, the autopilot panel. It's a mouse-free cruise experience. Very crucial. But it's not perfect. So let me break down what could be improved. I think the lever size could be bigger. The levers are a bit small compared to their real-life counterparts. However, you can always 3D print some new ones with a bigger size if you feel like that's an issue, and that's exactly what I did with the 737 levers. There are no built-in detents. There is a slight detent between the reverse and the normal thrust position, but nothing else really. I understand that this was made this way to preserve its modularity, and I guess you can always buy or print some upgrades anyways, so that's not a huge issue. And then finally, the price. It is not entry level at all. It offers some serious value for the cost, but is definitely not cheap. Speaking of the price, the Honeycomb Bravo, and in fact, all Honeycomb products are not cheap. The Bravo unit is priced at around 290 euros on the Aerosoft store, so yep, that's almost 300 euros for a throttle unit. I know, it sounds like a lot, but any premium hardware in the same category of build quality will set you back a similar amount anyways, probably even more. So still, if the Bravo isn't within your budget, I've got 3 alternatives for you. You've got the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant, which is more affordable at around 270 euros, and for that price you get a joystick, a throttle, some flaps, speed brake combo. It's great for flying Airbus, so yeah, it's slightly cheaper and you get more stuff. You've got the VKB Gladiator and its throttle, which is great for GA and DCS, for example, at around 300 euros depending on which of the units you choose. A price that's really close to the Bravo, however, you would get both a joystick and a throttle and not just a throttle. And finally, the Thrustmaster T16000M FCS pack, which is still for me the best budget pack out there, which you can now get for around 230 euros, giving you a joystick, a throttle, and rudder pedals. Check out my review on it on the channel by clicking the link on the top right corner of your screen. So, to sum it up, if you have the cash, the Bravo balances quality, it balances flexibility and immersion better than most other competitors. So would I recommend buying the Honeycomb Bravo in 2025? Yes, a million times yes. It is not perfect, but it's reliable, it's immersive, and it's extremely versatile. Whether you're flying a Cessna or an Airbus, it adapts to you very quickly and very easily. It's a long-term investment, there is no doubt about that, but it is one that I wish I had made sooner. So let me know what throttle you're using in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your setup and help out if you're building your sim rig as well. As always, safe flights to everyone. See ya!